All right, everyone, so I'm going to be using a Sharpie to draw my patterns, but if you aren't confident in just starting out with a Sharpie, then I would highly suggest doing it first in a pencil to make sure that you're happy with all the patterns and then going over it in Sharpie as we usually do on Fun Friday and with all of our other projects. I decided to just go ahead and use my Sharpie because I already have my circle lines drawn, so I felt like it was enough guidance for me to just go ahead and start. And of course, even if you do it in pencil first and then go over it in Sharpie, it's always a possibility that anyone will make a mistake, and that happens. So do not worry if that is the case. Here you see that I turned my paper because it was easier to end up drawing the rest of my pattern that way. If you have to move your paper around, that is one way to make it easier because some angles are easier for people to draw at. You can see that I divided a couple of the rings or the different pattern sections in half because one half I'm going to do one type of pattern and the other I would do a different one. So for this one, I was inspired by the warm sun and cool moon that you guys previously made. You'll also notice that throughout my mandala pattern making, some of the sections I just have pure black, like on this pattern for example, and you want to do that in some parts of your patterns just to have what is called more contrast or variety. It just makes it look a little bit more visually interesting, and the different kinds of patterns that you have, again, that'll make it look more visually interesting as well. So don't just do thin line patterns, also have chunks of color. So if you have different chunks of solid color as well as white or smaller sections of color, it'll just make it look that much better. And it's okay if you have to Google patterns, or even if you are drawing a pattern that you saw and you did not make up yourself, it is still your artwork and you are making it your own. That is what a lot of art is being inspired and doing visual research by looking at examples of things that are similar or just looking at anything to get inspired. Whether you are drawing your own circles so that you can customize the different sizes of the patterns you make in your mandala, or if you do use a printout, it is a requirement that you guys have at least 5 different patterns within your mandala. Feel free to do more. I did here, but on the printouts, I believe there are at least 5 in each of them, depending on which one you choose. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the video and let you guys watch the rest of me making my patterns.